Guys, I just fucking did it. Perfect tea time with Dimitri.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem. We're back.
Ethereal moon,
Let's get to it.
the cause of sorrow.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna cry.
Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens.
She looks beautiful.
In the town of Garrigmach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
Wow. See, it's winter in the story, in the chapter story, but it's not actual winter in our game. Is there no seasons in our game? I really wish it would snow sometimes. Excuse me. 5K? It's someone's birthday? Aloise's birthday? Give her flowers.
Sorry to trouble you.
They're not troubling. What? Aloise would like to speak to me? It's because I didn't give you tea time.
Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit?
Yo, is he dateable?
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help.
Can you imagine
We're
dating him?
practically siblings, after all. Cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along.
You were raised by my dad? How old are you?
Huh? Did I not mention that? How thoughtless! What an embarrassing gaffe! My parents died when I was small.
Aww.
I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire.
Really?
What was he thinking, huh?
That was cute. Sounds like Gerald.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague.
Oh.
I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character.
So he only picked Alois because he was similar to the squire that he was supposed to get. Not because he found potential in him.
All that was more than 30 years ago.
Oh god, what?
How time flies.
So you're like 30-something? 30 years. Do you know his age? Of course he doesn't. 30 years?
That's right. I wasn't even 15 years old. Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then.
How? So you're in your 40s?
Over drinks, he once told me. Perhaps that's a
Wait, if you're
story
almost
for another
40.
day.
My dad has to
At
be
any
60.
rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you.
No.
If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
Thanks for offering, but I can't handle myself.
Indeed, indeed. Well,
You should be
let you
more
get
of
back
an
to it.
uncle, not a sibling.
But true,
to me.
if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
Is that an airplane? Level C. Oh, what's this? Annette?
I'm so sorry, Professor. I somehow overslept and missed our training session.
It's
I
okay.
didn't mean to cause you and the others so much trouble.
You caused trouble.
Imagine if that had happened during one of our missions. It really is inexcusable.
Well, if it's a mission, we would grab you. You need to rest more.
It's just, when I'm studying tactics, I lose track of time and... Oh, who am I kidding? I've always been like this. Before I came to the Officers Academy, I was a student at the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad. Even back then, I was pulling all-nighters well before the exams. And I never even noticed I was harming myself. I'm just too focused on my goal.
That's okay.
I know I've
it's
already told you
understandable.
this, but I really love to learn new things. It's a passion of sorts. I first realized I had the learning bug when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My father was so happy to see me using magic. Seeing him happy made me happy too. And that made me want to work even harder. If only things could have stayed like that.
What do you mean?
When I was about 13, my father left home. He was a devout man, so I figured he'd gone to the monastery. That's why I went to the School of Sorcery, so that I could eventually get accepted at the Officers' Academy. I studied harder than ever, and sure enough, I finally earned a referral. Unfortunately, my passion for learning became more of an obsession. I got so focused, I kind of forgot how to relax.
Me with recording.
Feels like I've been running in circles ever since.
Rest is just as important as work. You're impressive. Rest is just as important.
That's true. Just look at today. If my hard work stops me from working hard, what good is it? Okay, it's decided. From now on, I'll try my best not to try my best.
Wait, what? You have my support.
Yay! With you on my side, I'm sure I'll succeed. From now on,
She just
you
needs
see
to
me going
relax a
overboard,
little.
just let me know. I'm a new woman after all.
Just relax a little. But not too much, because then you just get lazy. Wow, level P? Holy shit.
We are planning a grand ball for this month.
Oh?
I'm sure the students will be most
Can I dance with
pleased.
Dimitri? I want to dance with
Yes,
Dimitri.
certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you.
No!
We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
What? We have an unused chapel? Something stolen?
No, there is nothing of value.
Well, it's
in that
unused. I'm an
building.
idiot.
We do not yet know what the intruder's objectives are.
Where is it?
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders.
Okay.
With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students.
Season.
In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
Like a seasonal worker? Which night?
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
My dad!
I thought you two could use the time to bond.
I get to work with
And
my dad!
to speak of important matters.
My dad!
Appreciate
Yes.
the thought.
Thank God.
Bear in mind that
Dad.
Gerald has a separate mission of his own.
Ah.
He will join you once he has finished it.
Finish your work.
That's true.
Hurry up, Dad.
I'll be away from the monastery for a while.
Wait, what?
But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
Make sure to come back safe, please. Oh, my dad! That's way better than any hot guy they're going to give me.
Tomas. No. Solon, was it not? And the Flame Emperor. It is most clear that something has transpired. And it relates to you somehow.
Oh, don't you mean you?
Or is the fault my own? And you're just caught inside the wave.
Well, I have a flame crest in me, too.
Sothis, the goddess of this
Oh,
world.
Sothis, sorry.
I bear her name.
Yeah, and I've been talking shit about you.
So confusing. I feel as though my head has turned to mush.
Ta-da!
The ball. A grim reminder of my sad reality.
I cannot
The
wait.
other nobles will be fine, I'm sure. We've all been to events like this before.
Don't worry.
But me? I'm a noble and
Me too.
I've never even been
Right?
close to one of these things.
Me neither. Hello? Oh, Mercy.
Oh, now where did that Ingrid run off to?
What? I don't
The
know.
ball is soon, and she hadn't even put on any makeup.
Oh,
I was trying to help her out.
she ran away. She doesn't want any of that.
Great. Just great.
Hmm.
It's that time when all the students get all lovey-dovey. You're new, but you know about the ball, yeah? I can't bear it.
Kind of.
Young love is wasted on the young. They can't
It's called young
appreciate
love.
it to its fullest. Ugh. I wish I could fall in love too.
You can with when the knights. Hi, Linhart.
You know, Professor, I used to think I would be comfortable with all manner of experiments, so long as they provided usable results. But when I heard of Solon's
Why are you
work,
blurred
well,
out?
I realized I'd not considered the moral and philosophical limits of what all manner of experiments might mean. Sorry, I'm not great with blood. Even when I'm just thinking about it, I feel a bit ill now.
Okay, remind me not to come around you when I'm on my period.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of how I met my wife.
Where's your wife?
I was at a village's harvest festival. There was a full moon, bathing everything in its cool glow. She appeared out of nowhere, dancing gracefully in the moonlight. A lovely fairy.
That story sounds fake. That's a wonderful story.
We soon fell in love and tied the knot. Now we have a daughter who's as bright
Where
and
is she?
beautiful as a sun.
Where are they?
So, whenever I see people dancing, I think of my wife, and my heart does a little waltz.
I would love to know where they are. There's nobody in here. Girl, what the hell?
Oh, our life in Ramire Village is gone.
Oh, she was in the
Father
village.
and Mother gone.
She lost her parents.
Why couldn't you have arrived just a little sooner?
I'm sorry. Oh, that's a lot of burden on my shoulders. She just stood there, little girl.
The area with the old chapel was supposed to be off limits. It was at risk of collapse, so they didn't even post guards. It's not too strange. Does that surprise you? Meh. Garreg Mach has lots of places that are blocked off for one reason or another. That's true of the underground Holy Mausoleum as well as the Northern Woods. People call it the Sealed Forest, but as far as I can tell, it's nothing special. Just a forest.
Is that guy gonna walk up on us? Oh, okay, stop.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Other than the legend of the Goddess Tower, of course. Have you heard the students talking about it? On the last night of the ethereal moon, on the same night as the ball, if a man and a woman go to the Goddess Tower and make a wish, it's sure to come true.
Oh, really?
I have a wish, but I can't find anybody to make it with me.
Oh? Is there someone I feel that way about? Fuck yeah! Wait, are these all the guys that I am potential for? Well, dude, Dimitri, of course. Dimitri comes to mind.
Great work in Ramire Village, Professor. Who would have ever guessed it was Tomas? But no. Now isn't the time to get lost in gloomy
Oh, there's
thoughts.
Ingrid.
Mercedes locked me in her room for hours earlier. She was slathering pounds of makeup onto my face, saying something or other about the ball. It really wore me out.
So you ran. You ran away, Caspar.
I can't believe this. I'm so angry right now.
What's that? What's wrong?
First it's the Death Knight,
What's
and now
now?
Tomas, but neither of them are in custody.
What?
I can't stand the thought of such evil lurking in the world. We have to do something about this. I have to do something about this.
Okay. Very ambitious, but we don't know where they are, so we can't. Sorry. Well, once I find them, I'll tell you, okay? Hi,
It
Gilbert.
cannot be true that our siblings in arms could turn against us so. However, I will continue investigating members of the church. To think that even someone as senior as Tomas would fall under suspicion. I know not how far to take my search.
Even the students?
Yes. A great many strange and terrible things have come to pass this year. I must not dismiss the possibility that someone among the students is behind it all.
Dimitri, maybe.
I'm glad the Ramire Village situation got sorted out. But it's not over yet, is it?
Well, the flowers
but
are
I
beautiful.
can't believe old Tomas turned out to be an enemy. Who can you trust anymore?
Is that lady listening in on us? She's listening in on us. Nobody's ever here. Wait, that's Dorothea. Nobody's ever here,
I
Dorothea.
wonder if Ramire Village will ever be the same again. How do you recover from such a terrible event? So many
can't.
dead, so much destroyed. I can't see how the whole village doesn't just end up abandoned. Our class was also sent out to help put the village in order. But then what?
Ah, the long-awaited ball. Finally an opportunity to showcase my exquisite skills on the dance floor.
Okay.
These skills
Can't
were
wait to
ingrained
see.
in me when I was a boy.
Look at him tapping
My
his
hands and
feet.
move on pure instinct.
Cute.
It's true that Tomas was employed here under the recommendation of House Ordelia. But that's all I know of the topic. I never even seen him prior to enrolling here. Even when he was supposedly in Ordelia territory, I never once saw him there.
What?
I'm still feeling bothered by all of this. But there's not much else I can say about it right now.
Yeah, we can't do anything.
Some scary things have been happening lately. I hope that this month, of all months, is peaceful. The ball is coming up and everything. Although I'm not much of a dancer, actually.
Me neither. You're so cute. I wish I spent more time with him, but again, he doesn't have tea time for me.
It's almost time for the ball. Oh my, am I excited! This being a school, we don't have many chances to get dressy.
It seems the dastards who set Remire Village aflame have yet to be apprehended. Monsters. Trampling mercilessly over innocent lives. They deserve a gruesome end.
Dimitri? What was your voice just there? You're getting
Thank you.
kind of crazy, Dimitri. I love you nevertheless, though.
It smells delightful.
Oh, so you liked bitter. Okay.
So it is.
You're doing great work.
Ah.
Okay, okay.
So it is.
Reliable allies?
Indeed.
Okay, we're doing great. Okay.
So it is.
A strong battalion?
Indeed.
Okay. This is the moment of truth.
Perhaps because of my strength, I have always been rather clumsy.
Aww.
I always end up breaking things that are precious.
Oh, so that's why you hate precious things. Admonish, chat.
So it is.
Guys, I just fucking did it. Perfect tea time with Dimitri. Yes. Hi.
So it is.
Hi.
Professor, how about this?
Hmm?
Professor.
Can I get a closer look of you?
How about this?
He's not even shy about it. What the fuck?
Professor.
Are you not shy?
How about, is something the matter?
No. You're just gorgeous.
Ah.
Haha.
So it is. Ah. I
Oh no, what did he say?
Indeed.
He skipped it.
How about this?
Do it again.
Indeed. Is something the matter?
Fuck, no. So you might say
What
it
was
again.
that? I am not good with facial expressions. Is my smile passable at present?
Yes.
How about this? Is that right? Professor.
Okay, I'm done messing around with you. I'm just very happy. Let's give you something. Do I have anything to give you? Would you love a rose if I gave you a rose? Oh, maybe a forget-me-not. Would you accept this?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't love it. He'll still take it though.
Even though there is to be a ball, we still have a mission. It would be nice if this month passed by in peace.
Yeah, it won't though.
Ah, the ball. It reminds me of my first such event, back in the Imperial capital. It was held by my father, the Prime Minister. I really showed off my dancing skills. Everyone was quite impressed with me.
Like, did he dance funny, or was he actually good?
Dancing a Fodlin is not the same as dancing from Brigid. The reason is, maybe that the music has many differences. In Brigid, dancing is different for each person.
The knight's just staring at
dancing has vigor
Ferdinand.
and ferocity. There is no speech of technique for our dancing.
Here.
So,
Hey, Ned.
Tomas the librarian was a bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
But he always seemed so nice. Oh, come on, Self, you're better than this. You promised you'd be on top of things this month.
That's not your fault that you didn't know. Here, hey, Claude.
Someone entered the old chapel. I think the townsfolk used it for feasts and such in the past.
Oh,
With that whole
really?
Tomas business, you can't blame the church for being on edge.
I could never, like, have tea time with him or anything. Oh.
The ball is coming up soon. I am so excited.
Are you?
I can't wait to fill up on food while everyone's dancing.
God.
I even heard there'll be some prime cuts of meat.
Oh, dude, I'm down. I'm down for that. Hi, Hubert.
Another month full of chaos. I've barely had time to catch my breath. What is the objective of Tomas and his ilk? And what makes Flame so special? Does that not
Flame's
bother you?
blood. Her crest, her whatever. Jesus, one day you'll love me, Hubert. That's all I ask.
Hey, you.
as I try to pursue Dimitri.
A ball? I don't think I'll partake.
Look at the NPCs just pushing each other. Why not?
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us.
Aren't you excited?
I can feel my heart fluttering already. I have never danced in front of people before. Not even once in all my life.
Aww.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
Me too, me too.
Last month was, well,
there's a pack of cats over there.
I do. I hope this one will be more cheerful. This ball, though, I don't know. It's all new to me.
It's okay.
Before the ball, it is customary that we host a competition of dance known as the White Heron Cup. The students are quite fond of this tradition.
Oh, really?
Each house must select a representative to compete. Their dance shall be judged by its beauty, grace, and technique.
Who do we have for that in our class?
The student who is deemed the winner will be given the opportunity to train as a dancer, should they so please. It is a very precious thing, the gift of dance. I hope that you and your students will choose to participate.
I'm trying to really think who can do that in our class, to be honest.
I have looked into Tomas, but I just cannot make sense of this at all. From his behavior up until now, I never would have suspected that a man like him could turn on us. I have also discovered that his appearance has changed. It is almost as if he is not even human.
Nope, he's a vampire.
What in the world is going on?
He's a vampire.
Gerig Mach Monastery is said to have been completed during the ethereal moon. Why, 995 years ago, as a matter of fact. That's rather a long time ago, don't you think?
That is a long time ago.
Every year, a ball is held to celebrate the founding. And every 100 years, a very special celebration takes place.
Damn, I won't be able to see that.
It's a grand festival involving all of Gerig Mach.
Wait, no, I can.
It is
5 years
thrilling
later.
to read of past festivals, and I'm rather excited to experience one for myself. Once in a lifetime, eh? The next one, in 5 years, will mark a millennium. Should be quite an event.
Fuck yeah,
Do you imagine you'll still be here teaching then?
I don't know. Maybe that's when you get to propose to whoever you want. Hey, Cyril.
Nah, Tomas wouldn't betray the church. I don't believe it. I won't believe it.
I saw it with my
There's
own
some
eyes.
people in the church who hate people like me who are from Elmira, but Tomas was always real kind. But
He's
if he
manipulative.
really was Lady
Chill
Rita's
out.
enemy, well, I'd defend her against anybody, no matter how kind they'd been in the past.
Wow, you're so loyal. Oh, Flame, do you... Oh, Flame, do you want to be the dancer?
Hello, Professor. The ball will soon be upon us. I'm very much looking forward. Have you heard yet about the White Heron Cup?
No.
If you have yet to choose a representative...
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you mind terribly if I volunteer?
Yes, because she was just telling me how much she loves it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Professor. I am overcome with joy. Just you wait until my feet touch the ballroom floor.
Okay. If you speak to your White Heron Cup representative, you give them 1 dance lesson. Do so and their charm will increase. Oh.
Yes? Do you need me for anything, Professor? I would be happy for some dancing guidance should you have any.
Sure. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? Because she said she loves dancing, and in front of... She just never danced in front of people. I just keep forgetting Flane is a student of mine, to be honest.
Hi there! Legend has it that long ago, a female student from the academy met with a mysterious man at the Goddess Tower. They fell in love at first sight and were bound together forever after. But that's not the really interesting part.
What happened?
The incredible part is that the man was apparently the Adrestian Emperor himself.
Ooh.
What I wouldn't give to fall in love at first sight with a splendid and powerful gentleman. I want my own fairy tale romance, and I want it now.
And I want it now. Guess what? I want Dimitri and I want him now, and that's not
Everyone's
happening.
in such a festive mood. I feel a bit out of my element here. I can't help but worry something might happen while we're all distracted. After all, our enemies are always plotting. Still, this air of levity is much more agreeable than the grim atmosphere of late.
Hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, looks like there's special dialogue going outside here. Okay, what direction you want me to go to?
Professor.
What? Mr. Hanneman? You're not who I wanted to see.
Ah, Professor. Always a pleasure to see you. I wonder, might you have a moment to chat?
Sure. What do you want?
Come now. You have no need to be on
I didn't mean it in
guard.
that kind of attitude.
I'd never cause you harm. You're far too valuable a specimen. Well, that is to say, too valuable a member of the
A
Academy
specimen?
staff. Indeed, the further my crest research progresses, the closer you come to learning the truth of your heritage. Is it not so?
Yeah.
When I learned you bore the lost crest, the very crest of flames itself, I set about learning everything I could about your past. What was the origin of your bloodline? How have the events of your life been shaped by your lineage? I became somewhat obsessed, I must admit.
Do you come bearing news? You investigated me.
Nothing so crass as an investigation. No, I researched. I spoke to mercenaries whom you've worked with in the past to learn about your life before the Academy. Of course, I also contacted Gerald and his mercenary friends. Your father does keep rather interesting company.
What do you mean?
I'm excited to share with you what I learned, but I do ask that you correct me if I am mistaken on any account.
Okay.
The story begins with Gerald serving as captain of the Knights of Seros. There was a woman at the monastery with whom Gerald was quite close.
Wait, why isn't my dad telling me this
First,
story?
it seemed obvious this mystery woman was your mother. Alas, that cannot be the case.
What?
The timing is all wrong.
It's another woman.
As it was told to me, the woman in question passed away shortly before Gerald left the monastery.
What?
Yet your birth occurred sometime later, while Gerald was taking work as a mercenary.
What?
This, of course, presumes your age is accurately reported.
Which is?
If you were born sooner, well, the story would be quite different.
Are you telling me
would it
my...
not?
Duh. My father's always one for secrets. He
Oh,
honestly
I am
is.
aware. You two were certainly enigmatic as far as mercenaries go. For example, Gerald never once spoke of his time serving as captain of the Knights. That's quite a secret to keep for all those years.
Who's my mom?
In the end, your old acquaintances had little definitive to say about either of you. However, they all agreed on one thing. Your father and yourself were a strong pair.
Of course.
Warriors to be respected and feared. You in particular. In fact, many came to know you as the Ashen Demon.
The hell?
They say you would destroy your enemies without a hint of emotion on your face. The mercenaries I spoke to revered you as a living legend of sorts.
I mean, I guess that's cool. But I have emotions.
So, that is what I learned. And I admit, it is barely more than I knew before. The next step in my research is to ask your blood for answers, and hope that it is more forthcoming than
My
your past
dad? I don't think he's gonna
acquaintances.
say anything. Oh, I guess I won't know more until I fucking develop more relationships with him. It looks like somebody up here.
Professor.
Sedith! Hi.
Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly.
That's okay.
Please, sit. There is a matter
What are
I
we
would like
sitting
to
on?
discuss with you. I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties.
Yes. What are these duties?
Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the Church's many administrative tasks. I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seros and the officers.
We have a lot to do.
The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy
I was
was a
gonna say she
complete
favors
surprise
me
to
more.
Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. Frankly, I am just not sure how to handle you.
With hugs
I
and
am
kisses.
the Archbishop's right hand, and yet when it comes to you, I have been told almost nothing.
You don't trust me.
Not quite. I do find you to be a trustworthy individual, but my subjective opinion is not enough. I have a duty to be cautious. Should the Archbishop's trust in you prove to be misplaced, it is the faithful who will suffer most. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct?
Yes. That's what I hear.
That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence.
What if I'm just doing a
As the former captain
curveball on
of
you?
the Knights of Seiros, Geralt is renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary?
Since I was birthed. Wasn't I? About 10 years, I think?
Given your youth, that hardly seems likely.
What do you mean? What do you
Come
mean?
to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly?
I don't fucking know. Well, 20-something.
Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way?
Telling me nothing.
Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time.
Just ask my dad. I
However,
don't know shit.
Permit me to make one thing clear.
Yes.
Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
I just want your trust. Your trust is the hardest to get right now.
You touch it,